had asked you, Clint, to talk a little bit about the core. I know that you talk a lot about Evoke Social and the cool things that it can do. And in fact, last month, Scott from .NET Nuclear, Scott, you talked about gamification, however you like to pronounce that, in Evoke Social, so that you can, to incent, I think that's the word, or to create incentives for your membership to participate more in the community, whether they, ask questions, answer questions, bring new people into the community, things like that. And Scott told us about how you can use that API to create modules that do those things, to register your badge or your score, your mechanism for counting, and let your module use that. So kind of cool stuff.
Register your scoreable action. Yeah, I mean he's exactly right. And honestly, the people who are using Evoke Social, the organizations, once their developers kind of have the aha moment where they understand that, hey, this gamification or this gaming mechanics is just the framework or the base level that we've created for you to extend upon. And once they have that aha moment where they understand that, oh man, I can use this and basically gamify any functionality that I want, within a matter of weeks, their developers are gamifying their whole site, because it just increases engagement, by so much. And I'm sure Scott probably went over all that, so I don't want to rehash, but I will say that people are definitely picking up on it, and it is returning some increased engagement by the users.
Right, exactly. And of course, the gamification functionality is particular to Evoke Social, but there's some core functionality in Evoke Social that also exists in DNN Platform. And so now I know that there's an upcoming webinar next Tuesday, Building the Ultimate Online Community. I don't know if it's going to be core, a DNN platform, or if it's going to be that it requires social, or if it's a presentation that is designed to promote social. But what we wanted to know is, are there some interesting features in the core social stuff that one could use to help build a community? Like if you had a homeowners association, a membership, a club, someplace where you want people to log in and do things. Are there some functionalities there that would add to it? I know things, for instance, the journal and such, but I don't know a lot about each of them, and I know that some of our other viewers don't know a lot about each of them. So I thought if you could just briefly share some of those things, how one might take advantage of some of the things in the core. And then if you want to mention moving from the core, like once you're walking, you could start running by moving up to Evoke Social. We certainly understand that would be the path, but how do we start walking first?
Right, correct. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. And I just want to mention one thing, just kind of off topic a little bit. You talked about some DNN announcements and social media stuff. I just want to point out that if you notice, our CEO, Naveen, he's been on Twitter for a while, but he had a flurry today. He got pretty active. So if you guys are not following Naveen, you should start following him because, he's starting to get into the Twitter sphere. So I just wanted to point that out in case you did not see Naveen getting active here on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about social, and we talk about. I said I'm muted. Okay.
Sorry, I clicked something wrong.
It's fine. So we talk about social, and we talk about Evoke Social with the gaming mechanics, but yet how the community and the platform edition is kind of the base or core functionality, to get you started with social and kind of really the roots of what Evoke Social started from. So what I want to do is just kind of demonstrate some of the social functionality within the platform edition. So first, what I want to do is just add a new page here. And so I'm going to create a page called Community. And I'm just going to make this page where all users can view the page. And I'm just going to add it to the end of our pages here. So, you know, created a new page here called Community. And, you know, while we're on the Community page, I'll also just quickly click into page settings and just, you know, highlight the fact that, you know, we've got this URL functionality here. So what if I wanted to change this to new community? I could do that and then click Update Page. So now we're on the same community page, and yet the URL is now new community. And so if you got SEO people in the room, you're probably wondering what happens if I actually, you know, still click on community. Well, you instantly get forwarded to the new community. So we're keeping track of those 301 redirects for you. So I just wanted to highlight, you know, real quick with some of the new URL features. So what I want to do is I'm going to delete this HTML module, and I'm just simply going to add a module to this page. And so I want to drag the journal module here. So this journal module is kind of like the Facebook wall, so to speak. And you'll see where users can come in and make updates. So, for example, I could, you know, come in here and I could say, you know, hello world, I'm presenting to the Chicago user group. And so I also have the option to, you know, insert images here with this, or also files. And then I have privacy levels, which I can dictate with each share. So I can, you know, make a share, and then it kind of updates here about like you would imagine a Facebook wall would do or something. So what I'm going to do right quick is just log out, and I'm going to log back in as these other users and just make a few updates. And so I'll make a post here, hello from Tracy. So we can kind of get this activity stream here, you know, going on. And I'll log in as Lynn. So you kind of get the gist here. And I'll make this share, and so we can come in and we can like, and we can, you know, make comments, comment on Tracy's thread. And we can also go in and, you know, see other users, and we can add them as friends, we can follow, and we can even send messages here, you know, internally from the system. I'll just click back to the community page. And so now I want to log right back in as the host user. And I know I'm kind of jumping in and out pretty quick. And here again, I get this welcome message or startup screen. And well, first of all, I want to just point out that there's some settings in this module. So I can, you know, hover over the module action menus and go into settings. And in the journal settings, I can, you know, update some of these various settings here. So me being able to type in this little area here, this tell the world something, that's the journal editor. And if I don't want users to be able to post updates, then I can just uncheck this checkbox here. Also, the ability to attach files, or the ability to, you know, put photos with updates. That doesn't have to be there either. I can disable or enable those as well. And then, you know, we've currently got like 3 posts loaded up here. From the admin perspective, you can dictate, you know, how many posts are initially loaded on page load here. And then you can also limit the number of characters that a user is able to, you know, put with their update. So you wouldn't want someone, you know, basically writing a book with their update. And then also on the journal types, so we have different kind of, you know, content items, and some of these are actually in our Evoke Social, and they're not in the core platform, some of these items here. But, you know, for example, we can say we only want updates that have photos in them to show. So we could uncheck the rest of these and make it where it's only showing specific types in the activity stream. And so you can get kind of granular with it if you would like. And so you do have some settings that you can control there. So you can have like your own little activity stream going in here into the site. Also, I'm just going to add this another module. I was asking the question about forums. So is that a question, like saying, can we have forums?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Can you? It said there that what file type of forums. So can you split up so that you can have a full conversation for a particular category, like a traditional forum means would be?
No, I think that was probably. I'm not sure if it's because it's the corp is relating to active forums or to the discussions module. I know in our Evoke social one it's discussions, but I don't think you can. I'm not sure that you can tie the core forums or active forums into. I mean, technically you could via code, but out of the box, I don't think that you could, ask a forum. A question in a forum and then it update the activity stream. If that functionality is there, I'm not aware of it. It may be, and it, technically through code can be, but I'm not aware of that. The journal and Scott may know this more than I do, but I'm not aware of the journal updating as it relates to a forum post. Does that answer your question, or did I go off the deep end there?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go and dig as to how forums relate to journals. I'm not really clear, but that's all right.
Okay. Well, so I mean, essentially, in the the settings that we were looking at, it was allowing us to dictate which types of updates show up. But some of those that were showing, for example, and I'll click back into it. Like this added an idea. So, the ideas are not a part of the community or platform edition. So I'm not really sure why this is there, other than maybe it just exists in the database. The same thing with questions and answers and the wiki. And so you're saying you saw forums in here on this list?
Yes. Near the top.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Forum topics, forum replies. See, yeah, I'm not really sure because in Evoke Social, we generally refer to it as discussions. And so I'm wondering if there's some kind of, if active forums or something was tied into this, and I'm just not aware of it. So, but what this is essentially stating, or what the setting is saying is that, whenever there's a forum post or topic, or whenever there's a forum reply, when you see those content items, published across the site, also update them here in the activity stream. So I guess the connection is there. I'm just saying that I'm not sure which forum that's actually referring to.
Got it.
Okay, and yeah, and so Phil's saying that, he thinks it's the old Chris Patera forums module. All right, so yeah, so right quick, I know we're getting kind of short on time here. I just want to also add the member directory module here on the right-hand side. And so the member directory is kind of like, it's listing the users here on the site, and, we can, friend and follow as well here. And so, again, we've got some settings that we can get into for the member directory. And these little cards that we're looking at, where you see the users here, these are based on templates here. And so you can update these templates and, show various data such as, the user's, Twitter handle or whatever it may be. And you can also filter and sort in this member directory. And you see that we have this search mechanism at the top. So, for example, if I, don't want users to be able to search, we can turn that off and say I don't want any search. And then we've got paging options as well. So it's pretty flexible as far as what you want to display. And currently, I've got no filter, but you could also filter it by relationships or profile properties. So you can get pretty granular with the way you're displaying these users here. So I'll go ahead and just click update, and that search should be removed. So yeah, the search is removed, and we could go ahead and follow here, like I say, from this card. So you can essentially, and we also have, and I don't know that I have time to get into it, but we've got some social group functionality here as well that we can add in. And so I'm trying to think if it's called social groups. Yes. For social groups, we could create some groups that are specific here to our site. And I'll also mention that social groups can double as security roles too. So if you create a social group, you can also allow that to kind of show in the permissions grid if you double the social group as a security role. So you can get started, pretty much with a base community. And like I say, if you do upgrade or go to Evoke Social, you'll see that this is definitely the base, and Evoke Social is kind of like the community on steroids with gamification tied in as well. But what we have in the platform edition are definitely the roots and the starting point for it. So I think that's about it for my time. I don't think that we have time for the foreman list goodness. Maybe I can come back and do that some other time and show you guys some of the stuff on foreman list. I'm a big fan of foreman list, but I appreciate the time, and if there's any questions or anything I can do, feel free to hit me up on Twitter or on email.
Oh, thanks very much, Clint. We have what we're going to do is split the video recording that we're doing here into the two pieces, one on the 7.2 and one on the social, and post them both up there. And then, of course, people can make comments on the comment area of the article that we put up on chicagodnn.org about it, and continue any conversation that we want to have. So let me change presenters back here to me.